opportunity just launched is the multiple staking contract, but with a revolutionary option. I will show you what that means. So for example, we have the staking and reward model with something called yield pool distribution. And this is the top-notch thing, the revolutionary part. First of all, to stake, you can use PPT 50% and USDT 50%. However, today the company has made it even simpler for us. So you can stake 100% USDT if you wish to, because internally it will convert 50% of that USDT to PPT when you're staking. However, you can also then choose which kind of period and what rate you wish to have. You have 10, 30, 90 days, but you also have 108 and 360 days that just got launched. And this, of course, when you have 1% per day, is very, very attractive for many people. And how it works is that every day you get your daily yield or your staking reward. It ends up in something called PUSD pool. Your staking reward, and if you have any team earnings, it all ends up in the PUSD pool. So what is PUSD? This is something new. Okay, I will explain. PUSD is an internal stablecoin connected to the USDT. So this is just a settlement token, which actually just represents USDT. So for example, if you have your daily yield and everything, keeping that in the PUSD pool, you also receive something called yield pool bonus. It acts a little bit like a compounding effect. I will show you very soon what it means. So what is the yield pool coming from? When people are making withdrawal from the PUSD pool, there is a 10% withdrawal fee on all funds. That fund does not go to the company. It gives back to the members. Firstly, 50% of everyone who keeps their funds here will be part of this yield pool bonus. Also, 40% of the node holders and 10% goes to something called education fund. So this is how you withdraw from the PUSD pool, you have a 10% withdrawal fee, but if you keep your funds, it goes back to you here. So if you take an example on staking, let's say you're staking $1,000 for 360 days, that means every day you receive $10 who ends up in the PUSD pool. Now, after the staking period, you will receive in profit $3,600 profit. Plus your principal is going back to you as well, without the 10% withdrawal fee. So now you put in 1,000, you withdraw 4,600. That's kind of good deal, much better than any bank can offer, I can promise you. Let's talk about the yield pool, how it works. We have been watching and seeing that between 0.65% per day up to 1.3% per day has been paid out in the yield pool distribution. We took an average of 0.975%, almost 1%. Let's say you have $500 in the PUSD pool. That means the daily interest rate is then 0.975. You receive $4.8 extra every day. If you have more money, the more you receive, of course, but the rate is still the same. And all of this is all based on, again, the withdrawal from the PUSD pool, which is a 10% withdrawal fee. This is a very smart, but also very attractive way for people to keep their funds in the PUSD pool. They get interest on the interest. That's how it works.